Hey guys, this is Moses, and today I'm doing a review of The Flash, episode 15, season 1, episode 15, called Out of Time. So this episode, I just have to say, this episode was really good. This is probably the best episode they've done this season, and I've been keeping up with the season. I've seen every episode, and the show's been great, and this episode's been really good. So I'm about to go into spoilers here. If you don't want spoilers, the best I can say is that, this episode goes above and beyond. You're really going to love it. So for spoilers, so the episode basically, it starts off with Weather Wizard. The Weather Wizard from episode 1, Martin, he's dead, but his brother is in this episode, and it turns out that him and his brother got the exact same powers when the accelerator exploded, but only his brother is actually more powerful. So his brother finds out that Joe was responsible for killing, the first Weather Wizard. So now he wants vengeance against Joe. So he does like he goes to a morgue and like tortures a mortician and kills him. So while Barry's running, while the Flash is running to go to the morgue to find out what's going on, he sees himself, which is really interesting. He's running to the morgue, and like he sees himself running next to him, and then he stops and it's like, what's going on? And then he sees a bunch of stuff and like he's confused and he runs to the morgue and stuff. And then throughout the episode, Cisco is, he's suspicious of Wells. He believes that Wells is up to something. So the next day, he gets Caitlin to take Wells out. That way, he can work on the force field machine that they used to capture the Reverse Flash, because it malfunctioned. He doesn't know why it malfunctioned because he checked out the data and it said that the machine was perfectly fine. So Caitlin, takes Wells out to distract him while Cisco works in the machine. And then at the police precinct, since Weather Wizard's coming after Joe, the commissioner's like, Joe's not going anywhere, they gotta keep Joe safe. But turns out the Weather Wizard actually goes to the police precinct to confront Joe, and like he's like doing wind and like blowing up windows and stuff and knocking everyone back. And then he shoots lightning at Joe, but the commissioner is able to push Joe out of the way. But the commissioner gets hit with lightning, and then so he gets hit with lightning and knocked out. And then the Flash comes in and to stop the Weather Wizard. The Weather Wizard gets away, but the Flash ends up taking the Commissioner to the hospital, and they're like, yeah, he's not gonna be able to walk anymore. Like he's done for. So later in the episode, we see Caitlyn's trying to like stall Wells, and she's like, she's just trying to find a way to keep him there. Now Wells at this point, like you know that Wells already knows what's going on. So he tells Caitlyn to like get, because she ordered coffee. He's like, okay, get the coffee to go. So she goes to get the coffee to go, and when she comes back, Wells is gone, but his wheelchair is still there. So it's like, holy shit. She's like, her mind is blown. So while Cisco is back at Star Labs working on the force field machine, it starts playing a recording of what happened that night, and he's watching the Reverse Flash talking, and like he keeps replaying it, and eventually he finds out that like it's Wells. Like he finds out the Reverse Flash is Wells, but just too like Wells is like right behind him, and then he turns around, Wells is right there, and then Wells actually reveals everything to himself, to Cisco, that he's actually Ilbert Thawne. He's the Reverse Flash from the comics, the one from the future, and he says that he's stuck in the past, and that he actually didn't plan on killing Barry's mom 15 years ago. That he actually planned on killing Barry, that he just accidentally killed the mom, and that he needs Barry's power to get back to his time, and that he's not gonna let anyone stop him. And this scene was probably the best scene of the season, because like when he's giving his speech about who he is, and Cisco just starts crying. It's like really emotional and stuff, and it's just really sad. And then he starts vibrating his hand, and at that point, Cisco already knows what's gonna happen. Like Cisco knows he's gonna die. Like he's just crying, and Wells like phases his hand into Cisco and like kills Cisco. So Cisco's dead, which is like I was like, holy shit, Cisco's dead. And then so the episode goes on. Weathermaster kidnaps Joe. Beats the crap out of him. Has him on a boat at the docks. Tells Iris to come over, so he's gonna kill Joe. So Iris goes with Barry. And throughout the episode, there's been a tension between Barry and Linda, and Iris and Eddie, because Iris and Barry are like really close together. Linda and Eddie are now jealous, and you can see that throughout the episode. So when Iris and Barry go to rescue Joe, Weather Master does like a huge like tsunami wave and sent to destroy the city. So Barry calls Caitlin and he's like, how do I stop this? So she's like, you have to run back and forth, create a wall of air to stop the water. So he ends up revealing his identity to Iris because he has to, do this Flash stuff. So he does it, and then he starts running back and forth, and he's running like super fast, and he's never like had to run that fast before. So he's running back and forth, and he runs so fast, he actually breaks the time barrier and runs back to the night before, and sees himself running to the morgue, and then he ends up merging with his past self, and then he stops and he's confused and he sees everything he saw the night before, and that's how the episode ends. So it's like holy shit, like it was like holy shit, that was really incredible. But one of the downsides to that is that now that he's gone back in time, everyone that died or got hurt in the episode, like he's gone back in time now, so none of that's gonna happen now. So Cisco's gonna come back and everything, and no one's gonna figure out about Dr. Wells. Also, they explain how Wells and the Reverse Flash were in two different positions at the same time. And apparently, Wells can move so fast that he can be in two places at the same time, like create like an after image, which is incredibly fast. But that's just also pretty impressive. But yeah, so the episode ends with Barry, back in the past. So now, like time travel, he can like travel through time. Like that's something that's possible for him now, and he knows it now. Now, but sadly though, he never found out that Wells was evil. So now that he's back in the past, you can't stop Wells. So no one knows that Wells is evil now. But yeah, this episode was pretty good, and it's the best they've done so far. And I can't wait to see what they have next week. And yeah, I'm totally gonna check it out. But thanks for watching, and you guys should check out The Flash if you haven't seen it yet. And watch it next week. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.